I'm Tiffany Lee, digital marketing strategist, consultant, and agency owner. And welcome to Know, Like, and Trust is Bullshit. I'd like to start off by saying the concept of know, like, and trust is not bullshit, but in my opinion, we have gotten further away from the truth behind that concept or that statement, and how we build it in the online world is completely bullshit. When it comes to delivering goods, business, let's say business to consumer, it really boils down to the need for that particular product or service. We don't trust a lot of these big name brands, but yet we purchase from them out of necessity or out of scarcity and or out of fear of missing out. But it seems that on social media, we've made this know, like, trust concept a little more complicated than what it has to be. Now, from coaches that we invest in telling us how to build it based on their experience and everyone doing it a different way, it can become quite confusing. Not to mention that it changes the client's expectations of what is real and what is really crossing the line. This phrase is actually quite simple. No simply means being accessible and engaging with your audience. Like, show respect and care for your prospects, your customers, and your clients. And trust, give value and quality content to your customers and your potential customers. Now, while it's true that building a strong relationship with your audience or customers is important for any business, um, including those that don't deliver intangible results, or excuse me, that do deliver intangible results, there's certainly situations where this factor may not be the primary driver for your business success. Now, some entrepreneurs may be offering a product or service that is so unique or in demand that customers are more focused on the benefits and the results that they will receive rather than the relationship with the business owner. Now, I know in my situation or a lot of my purchasing decisions, it's primarily based on that. Not necessarily how much I know them or like them, but will I get those results? Now, additionally, some customers may prioritize factors such as their price, convenience, or reliability over the no, which is also another factor that kind of drives me if something is on sale. So when I say, well, actually, in my opinion, we have taken this way too far. And the expectations from our clients have been at our demise. You see, we interpret the no as to show up on social media every day, do lives, do whatever it takes just for the sake of showing up. Like can sometimes be interpreted by telling our audience what we think they want to hear or what they will like and what they need to know in order to trust us. Now, I believe as online service providers, we genuinely want and try to give value to our prospects. But I feel like most of the time, this trust is used just to get a bunch of free stuff or information from us with no intention on ever purchasing from us. And the reason is because we have given all of our value away for free. Now, I know because I have done this. I have felt like, coming into this space, it's so important for me to give as much away as I can that will help. And plus, I do genuinely want to help people. That when you do get on a call, it's like, well, why do I want to buy it? You just pretty much gave me everything that I need to know for free. Now, in the perspective of the consumer, we've thrown that statement around to so much that we feel that service providers need to prove themselves to us prior to purchasing. And I'm going to play both roles here. So please bear with me. If at any time you get confused, let me know. But even as a consumer, it does not matter how much someone gives to you or how much you think you know them or how much you like them. You can still be burned by making purchases based on that. And that's because a lot of people are pretending to be something that they are not. They lack the three main components, or I should say pillars, of the know, like, and trust, which are authenticity, logic, and empathy. They lack the Like part of this know, like, and trust is the empathy. How does the provider know about your pain points? Do they know about your pain points? And how and what are their intentions? How are they going to solve them? How do we connect online? As a business owner, my intention is to help solve a problem. For example, I created a program specifically for the online world because I saw so many people struggling with marketing their services after paying for an expensive coaching program that it told them exactly what to do. But unfortunately, as a new business owner, after you've invested in such a program, you likely don't have the funds to invest in the marketing to implement the program. And for me, watching that, I felt that it was unfair and unrealistic that, you've got to spend tens of thousands. I don't know how much you paid or whatever you're paying, but I have seen it because I have bought in to those coaching programs. And like I've always said, luckily for me, I do know how to put or how to implement it, but I can only imagine how it feels for someone that puts all that faith and hope into something and it turns out to be less than what they expected. So my goal and intention was to solve that problem because I do know how it feels. And I also know how it feels when you think you're getting something and it turns out to be something else. I know how frustrating it can be when you believed a solution would work for you, but didn't realize that you were going to need X amount of money to implement it or to scale up into the next coaching program in order to see it. So this brings me to the next component or pillar of know, like, and trust, which is logic. Whether or not you like someone, can they solve your problem logically? Do you know what they offer and what their process is? Do you have to pay or what do you have to do in order to find out what that process is? There is like nothing worse than seeing an offer you think you might that might be for you, but having to actually book a call or pay to get like the nitty gritty of what's actually entailed in that program. Gotten a lot of that. I don't know, to each his own. If that's your way and it works for you, great. On the other hand, as a service provider, it can be frustrating to book a call and get someone on the phone that's just trying to get more information for free or get something from you because they feel that you have to prove yourself to them in order to get them to purchase, or actually, I should say, prove that your service is worth them buying. So, what it basically all comes down to, from a business standpoint, in my opinion, is knowing your audience and who you want to give your energy to. Being authentic, do what makes you happy and what makes you shine. You don't have to do certain things in order to get your business to look better if it doesn't sit well with you. Know, like, and trust is based upon your authenticity and doing what feels good to you. If you don't want to twerk on camera to get a client, then don't twerk. If you don't want to offer certain things in your service or your offer, don't. When you do things that aren't aligned with you, you set yourself up for failure because you cannot live up to something that you are not. Now, as a consumer, do your research and ask questions. If you can't get an answer regarding the services that might be provided or the services that you're interested in, use that as a hunch, or take that as a clue about how the rest of the process is going to go. Now, as a service provider, I realize that my energy is not for everyone. You might not have to like the way that I do things. And quite frankly, that does not bother me because I don't want to work with someone that doesn't see the value in what I offer. Because again, I will be wasting my time trying to live up to something that I am not. So, as far as know, like, trust being bullshit, it's only bullshit if you are not being authentic. So I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Take care.